Hey Libra, what's going on everybody? It's Sam from CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with your mid-June 2022 tarot reading. How are you guys? I hope you guys are well. Without further ado, we're going to jump on into this and see what messages we have for you. Starting out here with the recent past for Libra, what messages do we have here for the recent past for the zodiac sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Let's go ahead and begin. First card out, we do got here the Knight of Pentacles. Moving on to the next one for you, we have here the Five of Swords, almost said the Two of Swords, but we got the Five of Swords, and then lastly for you, we got here the Four of Pentacles. So, Knight of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles showing up here for your recent past. Kind of looks to me here that something went from being incredibly stable to suddenly changing overnight. There is definitely some sort of overnight change here. It feels very unexpected with the Five of Swords. So this could be the change in somebody's demeanor, the change in somebody's attitude, and with the Four of Pentacles showing up over here, it definitely kind of caused you to kind of retreat and go inwards. You didn't like how somebody became, how somebody started to change. It was not something you were very fond of, and I think that, like I mentioned, it did come pretty unexpectedly here because Knight of Pentacles is something that's like really rock solid, something that's incredibly stable. So if that jumps into a Five of Swords, it's pretty unexpected for you guys to be going through this. And with the Four of Pentacles showing up as well, Four of Pentacles is representing that you're in this energy right now where you want to retreat, right? Who wants to be with somebody who's this amazing individual one day and then suddenly they're a completely different person? You know, that's going to have you taken back a little bit. And I do understand why you guys here definitely retreated. So in the recent past, there was a switch up or change in somebody's behavior or demeanor, and it seemed to have happened quite suddenly. Let's have a look here now in mid-June, okay? We're going to take a look at the current energies now for mid-June. What are the current energies Libra is going to be experiencing here? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Throughout mid-June 2022, we did have here the Temperance card shoot out. So that's Sagittarius energy. Moving on to the next card, we got here the Page of Wands. And then lastly for you is going to be the King of Wands. So looking at your current energies for mid-June, Temperance, Page of Wands, King of Wands. In mid-June here, Libra, I feel like you're trying to shrug it off. I think that ultimately you're in this position where it's like, okay, but things are better now, you know? So there's somebody here, you know, changed overnight, and then suddenly it's like, no, they're better now, everything's okay. I feel like with the Page of Wands to the King of Wands, this is like, I'm going to do everything I can to kind of put that part behind me that I experienced with this person, and I'm going to try to carry on and just enjoy the goodness that I'm having right now. So the stability seems to be back here in mid-June. I'm not really sure exactly what made your person here kind of snap or change, but you feel that in mid-June it's like, we're pretty good right now. Things seem to be fine. Let's go ahead and clarify the Five of Swords. Why did we have the Five of Swords showing up here for the individual that Libra was dealing with? We got here Queen of Pentacles. We got here Knight of Cups. So it looks to me like in the recent past, probably like the biggest reason why your person here changed was due to personal matters here with the Queen of Pentacles. You know, your person here had some sort of personal issues going on, but they did project that into the relationship. And when I say relationship, keep in mind, guys, we could be talking about anybody. It could be a friend, family member, or a romantic partner, so do take it how it resonates. But somebody here did bleed their personal life into what they had with you, because the Knight of Cups is basically them putting that problem, issue, or whatever it is they were experiencing right into whatever it is you had with them. So your person here was projecting in the recent past. I can definitely see that's why there was a change in their demeanor. But now looking in the month of June at the mid-month mark, you're like, no, things are fine again though. You know, they're good right now, so we're good right now. Okay? Let's go ahead and have a look here at the challenge though. What's going to be the challenge here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-June 2022. All right, first card out, we got here the Three of Swords. I think the biggest challenge is that you're still hurt about their behavior, for sure. I think that you're not very happy with what went down in the recent past. Moving on to the next card, we got the Ace of Wands. And then lastly for you, we got the Ace of Swords. So this is the first and last time you ever want to experience this type of behavior from the individual you're dealing with, as far as what I could see for you. You know, Three of Swords. This individual was scary, the way that they changed and the things that they said and the actions that they've taken. You know, they were a completely different person that I couldn't even recognize. And with the Ace of Wands, I want this energy to be the last time I ever experience how they behaved and how they treated me. I feel like with the Ace of Wands showing up, it's like I can give it one chance, I can give this a fresh start, but with the Ace of Swords coming in over here, it's like I want you to know I'm very passionate though about cutting off things that don't serve me. I'm very passionate about giving one chance and one chance only, because the moment I start handing out the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth chances to people, that is when their behavior doesn't correct, but instead it becomes a very repetitive cycle of me getting hurt and you doing things that you shouldn't, right? So I think that coming into mid-June, the challenge here is giving this person, a pass. Hey, you went through some shit, fine. You took it out on me, fine. But it's never going to happen again. I want you to be very clear about that, is what you're saying to this person. So you're trying to make it as crystal clear as possible that if you ever experience the same type of energy like you did in your recent past, you'll be out in a heartbeat. You are still recovering a little bit. Granted, you might be in a good place with this person right now in mid-June. It doesn't take away from what it is you've actually experienced. There's still a bit of pain there that's showing up here in this month, okay? So the challenge here is moving past that pain, and the challenge here as well is giving them this one more chance, because ultimately, if they mess up again, if this behavior starts to resurface, you are not sticking around to experience that. And you know what, Libra? Chances are the reason you're in this energy is because in your past in general, you've experienced relationships with people, whether friends or anybody else, where they have treated you poorly. And because you had let that slide, it started to become a pretty consistent cycle where people would treat you poorly, you'd be very easily forgiving to them, and their excuse would kind of be, I'm sorry, I'm going through something, I didn't mean to take it out on you. But how many times is somebody going to be going through something and recognize that they don't deserve to take it out on other people just because they're going through something, right? So this is something that you don't want to become a cycle, because you've already experienced that type of cycle way too many times in your past, So that's what I'm seeing here popping up so far. Let's go ahead and have a look here and see what you'll be dealing with throughout the rest of this month. What are my Libras going to be dealing with here? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout the rest of mid-June 2022. First card out, what do we have? And we have here the Knight of Wands. Moving on to the next card for you, we do have here the Seven of Cups. And then lastly for you, Libra, is going to be the Nine of Cups. So taking a look here at what you'll be dealing with in the second half of the month, Knight of Wands, Seven of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. I could definitely say that you're still keeping things going, for sure. With the Seven of Cups, it's like you're not entirely sure how you feel emotionally after seeing this person's behavior, but it's not that you're not having a good time. I definitely feel like things are still well, things are still going good. So you're still in a pretty solid place with the person you're dealing with, but I do think that with the Seven of Cups showing up over here, this individual's recent past behavior is kind of reminding you about what you've experienced a lot in other cycles with other people. And there's a part of you that's a little worried, there's a part of you that's a little nervous, but you're trying to not let it get to the point where you start to believe that this person is just like everybody else, That's, I think, the last thing that you want to start thinking, right? You've experienced relationships prior where people would, unfortunately hurt you, and then they would ask to be forgiven, and then do the same thing all over again. It's like, in June, you're trying to not take your past and project it into your present, if that makes sense, right? So I feel like you're trying to just go through this and accept what had happened, but it's still very difficult. It's very triggering for you is what I feel for you, Libra. It's very triggering when people behave like this because of what you've already gone through. So based upon where things are going, like things are still going well with you and whomever this person is, but at the same time, in the back of your mind, there's that worry there, there's that fear there, okay? Let's have a look and see where things are going to be going, where are things going to be going here for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We do have here the Empress showing up for you, which is good because this is the Libra card. Moving on to the next card for you, we do have here the Nine of Wands. And then lastly for you guys, what do we have? We have here the Six of Cups. So Empress, Nine of Wands, and the Six of Cups. Based upon where things are going, you're doing your best here to continue to have this situation grow. I think you still want a lot of growth and expansion with your person here, but I will say, I think that you're a little hesitant here about your past. I feel like there is a conversation that should probably be had with the individual you're dealing with so that not only they understand where you're coming from, but maybe if they have that insight, it can make this relationship even grow a little bit closer. So I feel like based upon where things are going, you're getting ready over here to kind of open up about your past that you haven't really brushed up on or talked about in general with whoever this is you were dealing with. It feels to me like you want to sit down and have a conversation and be like, hey, look, based upon what happened in the recent past, based upon how you changed, how your demeanor was, how you behaved towards me, that's something that I don't like. But I think that most importantly, it's something that triggered me because of what I've gone through in my past with other people. This is about opening up to this person you're dealing with now and explaining, I've been down this road before with people who I would very easily forgive and would hurt me repetitively over and over and over again. And that's a situation I don't want to be involved in with you because I genuinely do care about you. Looking back into the beginning of the reading, when we looked at the recent past, Knight of Pentacles, everything was well, everything was going super well. Everything was incredibly stable. And then suddenly, in a matter of seconds, you were a different person. And considering that I've experienced this so many times with other people from my past, you are a person I don't want to have this experience with. So I feel like you're going to definitely be laying down the law over here, Libra, jumping into mid-June 2022, really letting this person understand what you've gone through in your past, really opening up on that deep level so that you can not only grow closer to that person, but so that they can understand how you were feeling and why you're feeling the way you do, and they can get more of that depth, Looking at the overall outcome here for you, though, for your mid-June 2022, what is going to be the overall outcome here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And what do we have? We do have here the Tower. It is definitely going to be a moment of awakening is what I hear for you for your outcome. Why will it be a moment of awakening for Libra? And that is going to be because of the Two of Pentacles. I feel like the moment of awakening for you is going to be this realization of, am I going to let cycles like this continue to repeat in my life? Or am I going to make sure that this will be the very last cycle I entertain? I think that you've already got to a point, Libra, where you're very, very comfortable in saying, I'm not going to give people a third, second, fourth, fifth, sixth chance anymore. I think you're very adamant about giving a person one chance to fuck up, and if they fuck up again, that's it. But you're in a place where you're recognizing, too, that when you really care about people, it's incredibly hard to not be so easily forgiving. And you're realizing here at the end of this month in general that easily forgiving could be one thing, but what I deserve and how I deserve to be treated is a completely different story. I think that the great awakening you're having is that as easily as it is for me to be forgiving, I have to continue to be firm to uphold what it is I deserve. I cannot let people get away with treating me the way that they do, because if people treat me like shit and I continue to let it slide, it'll only furthermore become a cycle. So you're going to be very, very adamant here with whoever you're dealing with that they're walking on very thin ice, and especially because of whatever happened in the recent past with them. Let's see how your person here is going to react to this, okay? How is the person that Libra is dealing with going to react to Libra saying that they're on thin ice, especially after Libra explains everything that they're feeling and everything that they went through? And we do have here the Chariot. Following up with that Chariot, we also have here the Five of Cups. I think somebody here, person you're dealing with is actually coming from a pretty genuine place, because I could say with that Five of Cups showing up, they do feel bad for sure. I think the person you're dealing with here is trying to say, Five of Cups to the Chariot, I apologize for what had happened. I feel horrible for what had happened, and I do want to continue going forward with you. The Chariot here is somebody saying, I do want to continue to have a future with you, and I'm sorry for the way that things have went down. I'm sorry for the way that I've acted. So that's something that I like to see about whomever this is you're dealing with, because more than likely in prior relationships that you've had with people who have treated you like shit on a consistent basis, more than likely they probably apologized but weren't coming from a genuine place, and maybe some of them potentially didn't apologize at all. So you're connecting with a person here who I believe is actually going to own up to their faults, and I do see genuine sympathy here. Like, I do see them sympathizing with you, understanding where you're coming from, and genuinely being upset about the actions that they've taken. So, your person's response over here, Libra, is like, I don't want this to happen again, and it's not going to happen again going forward. Like, they understand the position that they're in with you, and I don't see them wanting to take that gamble or risk to lose out on what they have with you, which is actually incredibly important here, because it shows that the person you're dealing with values you. All right, let's go ahead and pull one more card here about how your person's going to be feeling throughout the rest of mid-June. And what do we have? We do have here the Fool card. They're like, listen, I'm in a position of time where I have to let go of what it is I've done, but most importantly, I have to let go of the behavior that I engaged in and make sure that I have the utmost respect and unconditional love for you, Libra, moving forward. They're recognizing that what happened, they're grateful that you had forgiven them. They're grateful that you had given them a second opportunity, but they're now putting that pressure upon themselves, saying, I can't let that happen again either. I have to make sure that I don't put what it is I'm going through on what it is we have, because that's not fair to you. So I could definitely say, moving forward here, Six of Swords, things are going in a very nice direction here. Looking at what was under that Six of Swords was the Two of Cups. I love that for you, man. So the two of you here are going to be very happily connected moving throughout the second half of June. I feel like this is an experience that's going to help you to grow into a lot more of a deeper relationship, 110%. So Libras, coming into mid-June, you're kind of in the space where you're triggered, you're worried, you're scared. You're like, is this individual going to be like the other people I've experienced in my life? Is this going to be like the same people I've dealt with in the past? You're very nervous here, but I believe that whoever this is you're dealing with is going to really step up to the plate and show you, I'm not going to make that same mistake again. I think they're going to show you how sorry they genuinely are. And that's the thing, right? It's not about words all the time. It's about actions, because actions speak louder than words. And this person here wants to show you, not tell you, okay? So I love that for you. So Libra, things will be going good here moving forward. I feel like this is not going to be a repetitive cycle like you may have experienced in your past. I think you're connecting with a person here who made a mistake, and they genuinely are learning from it, and they're showing you that they're learning from it. And most importantly, one of the biggest things they want to show you is about how much they truly care about you. And the best way that they can do that is by being the best person they can be for you. So Libras, expect a massive change here after you open up and speak up about what you've been through. Definitely see a massive change in this person, because you will, and expect a massive change is what I meant to say from this person, because you're going to see it. And ultimately, I feel like it's going to end up in a pretty positive place. All right, Libra, I like this for you. Listen, this one is not like the past ones, is what I could tell you. All right, Libra, thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If it resonates, let me know down in the comments down below. If you're new here, definitely do consider subscribing. But with that being said, take care, enjoy the rest of your June, and I'll see you guys later. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.